Hello, my name is Andrew, and this is my wife Daisy. And the question for today is, how do I date as a Christian? And the first place that we would go is that the purpose of marriage is for oneness and holiness. So I think the God-given purpose of marriage should also then direct kind of how we answer this question in our paradigm and what we're looking for. And so oneness is that the two will become one. So you're going to be one with this person spiritually, relationally, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and that's huge. And then holiness, and this is New Testament teaching that you're going to grow a lot. Right? So you're going to grow a lot. All of your sin and weaknesses will be exposed in a marriage. And then through husbands loving their wives as Christ loved the church, and wives respecting their husbands, there is going to be some major spiritual growth that happens. And so you want to ask that question, can I be one with this person? And then number two, can I grow spiritually with this person? Daisy wants to expand on that oneness today.
I just think one of the most important things when you begin dating someone is just adding intentionality into that process. I hate to see people who are just with someone because they want to be with someone and they really don't see a future with this person. They don't see that this is a person that they can see themselves marrying. And then they use a lot of their years of their life just without any purpose. And I really think that it's so important during these early months of dating someone to find out if your worldviews are the same, if you are pulling in the same direction in life. These are the times to find out, like, does this other person want children someday, and do I? And does that go together? Like, would this work together? It's time to find out, like, what do we think about finances and who makes the most money, or if someone wants to stay home with children someday, or what your careers are going to look like. This is the time to ask those questions and to really find out, is this going to work? Is this something that we can see ourselves being with this person for potentially the rest of our lives? And also, I think it's important that if you discover that this isn't right, that this isn't going to work long term, that at that point you do decide to move on and not waste any more time and just move forward, because God has someone else for you that is going to work better, and that your worldviews are going to be more similar together.
So I think what you're describing is what we would call the discovery phase. So there's a discovery phase that goes on as you date, and you're discovering, I think what Daisy's describing, can we be one when it comes to decision making, our worldview, our values, how we see life. I think you described finances and childbearing and so many important things. And so building on that, what I would say is this: spiritual unity is going to be more important than physical intimacy as you're just starting out dating. So I think that the temptation is, that you spend a lot of time one-on-one, because that's kind of how our culture is now. So it's really easy for physical intimacy to just kind of take over everything. But what I would tell you is, when you are married, most of your marriage you spend like with each other talking about stuff. You talk, you make decisions. You need to like talking to each other, so I'm not downplaying physical intimacy at all. That's a gift from the Lord that is huge. But in the discovery phase, I wouldn't let that be the driving force of everything. And so make sure that you have spiritual unity, that you enjoy talking to each other, that you enjoy talking about meaningful things together, that there's depth, there's roots, there's foundational depth in your relationship. And then additionally, don't do missionary dating. You just forget about that. So what missionary dating is when you are dating someone who is not a believer, but you love them so much you want to convert them. So right off the bat, I would just say you are trying to change them. So you don't like them as far as like who they are. You want to change them. So like hopefully that causes some pause, like that you're already like trying to convert them. And so what I would tell you is as you seek to mix evangelism plus physical intimacy, it's kind of like a bad blend that we've observed many times. So if you like a ketchup and peanut butter sandwich, that's your taste, but it doesn't really blend together. And so maybe a better way to go is if I'm speaking to a female right now and you're dating a male who's not a believer, maybe encourage your male friends in your life group to talk to that guy instead of you being the missionary while you're dating them. And then finally, I would say include spiritual leadership and your community as you date. We've seen this so many times where someone will date another person and then they're just gone. So, and the underlying message that's there is, we've got this, I've got this. I am self-sufficient. And what I would tell you is this. After Jesus, who you decide to marry is the second most important decision you will make in your life. Your life is going to be changed either for the better or for the worse. And it's a huge decision who you're going to join your life and finances and everything with. And so you want to be transparent, walk in the light, include spiritual leadership, include godly people who have good wisdom for you. Walk in the light. And when you do that, you're not going to rush ahead and make a bad choice that you regret, but you're going to take your time, really allow God to work in your community work, and for you to really know who this person is. Because sometimes we have seen people go too fast, and we have seen people crash and burn because they didn't really know who the person was. So that is our answer for you today. I hope that was helpful in some way. And if you'd like to submit a question, you can do so at hello@sjdenver.org. Take care.
Bye.